is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Yeah. My wife.
What happened?
She must be watching it. She's watching that Army Hammer
Oh
documentary.
my God.
You say, "Oh my God," but before
we watched it, we
got hooked, man.
I didn't.
It was
I
interesting.
didn't have to, but it's there, and I've heard about it, and holy fucking shit, man! What bunch of creepy fucking old white dudes.
Yeah,
rich old white dudes.
Well, the more see, this is the thing.
What's going to bring in humanity? Not homosexuality.
Here's the problem, Tyler.
What?
This is the problem with society, and you know what? I fully acknowledge that I participate in it, but this country loves watching bad rich people because most rich people in this country, hate to say it, based on track records, are kind of bad people. I'm not saying all rich people are, but there's a good portion that are bad people.
You know what it is we all wish that we could be like, we all wish we could experience that. I want to real quick,
fame and
just
fortune,
being that rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to real quick backtrack because I was making like how light of how conservatives think like homosexuality is going to bring down society. It's not.
It's rich white people.
I don't believe that. So I was kind of making a quip.
Yeah.
I apologize.
We're
but let's talk. Should we? We'll talk about that later. Can I moan and groan about
HBO
Max? No, it's Max.
HBO Max.
If it was
I'll
HBO
never
Max,
call it Max.
I wouldn't keep losing my shit from my stuff or my still watching list. Assholes.
Wow.
So,
But hey, you can watch 24 seasons of Mythbusters.
I could fucking care less. No, this is the dumbest thing. I swear to God, every time I go on to Max, I don't think it does the who's watching anymore. I think it just goes right into it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw continue watching or whatever.
No, it has those things, but none of the stuff that I'm currently watching is there. It's stuff that I've already watched, like The Wire or Larry Sanders Show, or what have you,
Or the Barry Sanders
No,
show.
I'm trying to rewatch Barry because Barry just ended, and I want to rewatch it and experience it again because the fucking ending is just insane, right? So I wanted to watch the whole, and I got to season 2, and every time I went on to Max, it was like, continue watching. Oh, Barry's not on there. Let me go to my stuff. Barry's not on there. Let me search. Oh, and by the way, have you tried to search on the new Max? Hey, here's one letter. Thinking. Why are you trying to put in
Buffering.
2 letters? Why are you trying to... 3
That could
letters.
also be your internet connection.
It could also be that Max sucks balls.
Well, that's fair too.
So way to go, spending a shitload of money that you didn't have, or else you would have released fucking Batgirl, you dickheads.
The IRS will
Rebranding,
kick down their door. if they do.
rebranding, and just fucking up the whole app. I don't even like going to Max anymore because every time I go there, my shit's not there. So Warner Brothers, dude, you suck.
Wow.
Like, you just suck ass.
Wow.
Like, bad.
Whoa.
Like you are the worst of the streaming services. Not only Not only have you rebranded like 3 times, because it used to be HBO, and then it was HBO Now, and then HBO Max.
No. HBO Go, then HBO Now, then HBO Max, now Max.
And they can all eat shit for all of that. And what I'm saying here is that, you spend so much money making these fucking shitty-ass rich motherfucking shareholders of yours happy. And guess who suffers? All of the fans. All of the fans. Even the shitty ones who are like somehow opposed to wokeness, but like read X-Men. It's like, what? You don't? Okay. But it's stupid. And you just suck. You cancel shit. I really hope James Gunn like turns that whole DC around. But as far as I'm concerned, Warner Brothers, as Time Warner, I guess, as an entertainment company, you've had it. You need to be broken up. No, you need to be broken up into a lot of... What happened to the fucking monopoly laws in this country? What happened to that? What? I know that I'm benefiting by seeing Disney own all this shit so that I can watch maybe a Star Wars MCU crossover down the road. Who knows? But I also know that that's bad for America, is having 2 or 3 people owning everything. That's bad. So Time Warner, in summation, I think you suck, and I really, 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 really want you to do better, even though I'm not one of your shitty shareholders who keeps expecting a profit in an unsustainable fucking model.
Hey, would this be an awkward time to tell you that today's sponsor is Mac? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
That would have been incredible.
Thanks for letting me go off. It bugs the shit out of me, man.
Hey, look, I've been saying this for a long time on this show. I've been saying it on the multiple podcasts I've done over the years. Mm-hmm. I did not like it when Disney bought Fox, and I do not like that Warner Discovery was allowed to merge. It's not good. And like I was saying last week with the Netflix stuff, I truly think a bunch of these companies are going to keep losing money on it.
They're going to
they're going to consolidate. Yeah. They're just going to Peacock is going to merge with Paramount Plus and Disney Plus. You already bundle
How
Hulu,
long do you think before
and ESPN
cable
with
comes
it.
back? With the option to with an on-demand cable thing, like it's going to be a hybrid.
That's what it is now. Why wouldn't it? Why? Yeah, you just buy a box. Yeah.
You know. Can I just say
you already have that with your fucking Roku?
Hey, cable companies. Here's a smart business model. Cable companies got into the internet business, and now they don't even fucking make any of their money off of cable. Like
it's
any of it. It's
internet,
all internet because everybody fucking needs. You know how pissed they were when Governor Reynolds was like, "Yeah, West Des Moines can have free Wi-Fi." Fucking CenturyLink was like, "You fucking asshole!" Like. What?
You're coming in hot today, man.
I'm not in a good mood.
You were in a
I lost a job interview, and I just got to be honest. I'm tired of these fucking games, man. You know, like
Are you gonna be like Limp Bizkit? Are you gonna get a chainsaw?
No, I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna finish this thought, and then we're gonna move on with the show. If I'm qualified to work in your fucking place, then you should hire me. Don't play these fucking personality games and shit. And like, here, we're going to interview you with 2 people and then 2 other people and just throw you off your game. Well, that's not very welcoming, and it's not very conducive to you getting to know me, okay? And it just bugs the shit out of me when I put everything I have into showing you what a fucking great worker and a great personality and all that stuff, and it was all just a game, and I never was even in the running. I was never even in the running. And it's just, it makes me mad. It makes me mad. So, sorry. I feel like I got fucked on this job interview thing. I feel like I was not given a good enough shot.
Okay. Well, let's I don't even know how to segue out of that.
Let me take a deep breath.
Listen here, fuckstick.
That segment was brought to you by Robert Half, a temporary employment agency. No.
Hold on, I'm pulling this up. I thought I was prepared. I'm not. I know.
Let me do some more venting. So
no, stop. Because people will already probably be like, "What's wrong with it, gay?" So something occurred.
Are these people who've never listened to the show ever before?
Yeah,
must be.
Episode 97, by the way, getting closer and closer to 100.
I figure if I keep like ramping up the just the inner like rage by 100, my head will explode. What happened?
It didn't work.
It's not hooked up to the Bluetooth.
Oh, no.
You fucking dick. What?
Nice. Anyway, first topic. This is going to be a fun one. So there's this Twitter scooper out there, and this is one where
scoop Twitter poop.
Yeah. Well, kinda, because a lot of it is like rumors and guys, like potential spoilers and shit for movies. But take it what you will. This is a rumor mill segment. Yeah. So this is a rumor going around Twitter.
Didn't we make a sounder for that?
No, we never did.
Suck.
No, we did it just now. That's all you need. The theater of the mouth. Zing.
Isn't that a Styx album? All right.
That does sound like it would be a Styx album.
Well, the theater of the mind.
But anyway, so this Twitter user, I didn't get their name because I was too lazy.
Twitter Scooper.
1789. It just shared a tweet of images 2003 G.I. Joe versus the Transformers comic book series, along with the tweet saying it's happening. Now, Could just be, how this happens. We always have this bullshit of there's a new Transformers
Bullshit.
movie. Well, there's a new Transformers movie coming out. We already know there's an animated movie coming out, so we got to keep turning out the clicks for Transformers. However, this is a believable crossover because Paramount owns both properties. Paramount owns G.I. Joe and Transformers. Isn't G.I. Joe Hasbro anyway? So I mean, like, the marketing for this would be insane. The toys out of this would be insane.
Yeah, but
to me, it makes a lot of sense. Tyler, what do you think of the potential of a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover?
My potential is that if you somehow,
this would be a great animated movie.
The scale of the Transformers relative to humans has in the first generation cartoon especially fluctuated a lot. It wasn't really clear, like, okay, so Optimus Prime, obviously in the movies they've been a lot more accurate about it and a lot more, they've kept track, they haven't just, one thing, Optimus Prime is 40 stories tall and the next he's 10, 10 feet tall, but that happened in the cartoon. So my thing is that, as long as you make the Transformers like small enough that the G.I. Joe people aren't like just completely dwarfed by them.
But my other question
or
is,
if they could drive, if you could see, here's the thing: you make an action figure like this big, and then you make a Transformer. Say the G.I. Joes drive the Transformers, right, like that. Okay, you make it. The toy would be this fucking big, and it'd be like $300.
It'd be a very big toy.
You couldn't
He's
buy it.
motioning very wide with his arms right now.
I'd say about 4 inches tall, like a 4-inch tall.
That's
action
4
figure.
inches? I'm just kidding. It's a dick joke. Okay, but my question is too, what would you do with your continuity? Because you're already kind of confusing people with this new Transformers movie where it's like it's a sequel to Bumblebee, but Bumblebee wasn't necessarily tied to the Michael Bay movies. They're kind of doing a new timeline because this is in the 90s. But then you'd also be like, okay, does anybody remember anything from G.I. Joe Retaliation?
No.
Nobody saw fucking Snake Eyes when that movie came out a few years ago.
Fucking horrible shit.
So I'm thinking, like, just narratively, where this would fit in the timeline. And in my mind, we were talking about last week, where we had said that, it was when we were doing Drawing to DC. I was doing it with Luke. Sorry. We were talking about
your other podcast.
The idea that how Joker works and the Batman works, being how those characters work well enough on their own. They don't need to be tied to a continuity or anything else. And those movies were very successful. And we already heard James Gunn mention the Elseworlds thing with those movies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Paramount didn't do something similar to that and just make this one-off crossover movie.
Why not?
Why not? You own the property.
Well, let me just ask you this. Say we do get an MCU Star Wars crossover someday. Do you think any of that movie is going to be referenced in either of the two separate continuities? No, because that would be stupid.
And again, you could bring back
Yoda. Do you remember when Captain America was here?
All you really need in that movie for it to work
Yeah.
is Snake Eyes teaming up with Optimus Prime. That's all people would want to see from that movie. And if you nailed that, the rest of the movie works just fine.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah.
But
I can't deny that.
Wouldn't that be cool? Come on.
Can I just let's
and I just want to put a bow in. I want to finish. Sorry. Hey, clap. I'm a seal. But what I wanted to get at too was I would love this idea and be like, okay, now Hollywood's getting weird, and this doesn't even need to be released theatrically. You could just put it on Paramount Plus. And let's get weird. Let's do these comic book crossovers as movies when you own, like, why haven't we seen a new fucking Alien versus Predator movie? Disney owns both. Fucking do it. Like, come on. We like this shit. And I'll be honest, those two AVP movies are not good. But I enjoy the fuck out of them because it's Predator fighting an alien or Xenomorph. And that's cool to me, damn it. Anyway, what were you saying, Tyler?
So, great trivia about Snake Eyes, the action figure, is... guess what? The molds back then, all the action figure molds came out one color.
Yeah.
Guess what color?
Black.
Yeah.
It's like a solid black.
Yeah. So they were like, "Hey, why don't we just make a dude who's all black and save the money on the paint?"
This cool ass ninja dude.
No, they just did it because it was cheap, and he becomes the fucking coolest of like everybody.
Do they do it in like the cartoons where they make him like a ninja and they're like,
Yeah, I mean they wrote him to be. I mean he was just.
But he always was.
I don't think they said to themselves, "This is the one that's going to blow up." They were just like, "Hey, here's one that's really cheap. We can sell a lot of this one."
Tyler, I kind of
a lot of more money.
I wanted to talk about this segment because I think it's an interesting idea. I don't think this will ever happen, but the idea that we could see a live-action Transformers G.I. Joe movie, I think is a cool concept.
Well, first...
Because here's the thing.
Yeah, but you fucked up the G.I. Joe shit 3 times. 3 fucking times now.
Tyler, I don't care. I don't see how you can go in this movie... Seriously.
As long as Channing Tatum is not involved...
But listen,
I'm good.
This movie will not be good. It's not about being good. What the movie is about is being how silly can it be?
Why can't it be good?
No, it can be good.
Right.
But I'm saying, I think for it to work, and when I read a crossover comic book, when I see crossover episodes on TV or whatever, I don't expect a lot of substance there. It's not meant to be a substantive piece. It's saying, like, what if these two things fought each other? Wouldn't that be cool?
Right. But I'm saying, like...
And plus, think of fucking Cobra Commander and Megatron teaming up.
First of all, what the fuck are you doing with Destro? What the fuck are you doing with Cobra Commander and and this guy and Joseph Gordon-Levitt? What the fuck is all that about? Like, why?
I never watched those G.I. Joe
Oh my god, they were the fucking worst, dude. No.
Hey, I'll watch them.
Christopher Eccleston as Destro before he became Destro was fucking badass. But no, you had to fuck it up because you're like, well, let's make Duke, but he's more like Flint because he looks more like Flint.
Tyler,
stop. I'm not done.
No, we need to make this movie. You and I. You need to sit down and write the G.I. Joe Transformers
Give
movie.
me Shipwreck and fucking Beachhead and Quick Kick and who the Alpine.
See, you know more about
and
G.I. Joe than I
Bazooka.
do.
Give me those fucking guys from the car. Give me the guy with the helmet and the football jersey and the fucking bazooka.
And
What's
for
his
the
code
Transformers?
name? Bazooka.
Transformers, we
You
need
have Optimus, Bumblebee,
Soundwave.
Well, are we talking just good guys so far?
Well,
we're just talking good guys.
No, sorry. Well, Megatron's got to be in it too, because you got to have Megatron in it.
Sure, but just for good guys, you got to have Optimus, you got to have Jazz, you got to have you got to have
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. You got to have what the hell's his name? Shit.
Talk to me here. Let me see if I can help you out.
It was Jazz was a Windbreaker? He was the Lamborghini that was the doctor. He was the doctor.
Oh yeah, in the second movie?
No, in the cartoons. Fuck those movies, dude. Fuck. Shit. Hey, Optimus Prime has a mouth. Why? Fuck you.
What does it matter?
It's stupid.
Anyway, I think how are we gonna
Wheeljack? You gotta have Wheeljack, dog. You gotta have Ironhide, yo. You gotta have Ironhide, yo.
And at the end,
Grimlock. Yep.
At the end, I don't know. How could you fit? You
gotta
can't
have
fit all,
Grimlock.
but you gotta fit. You gotta think. You
I
gotta
don't
make.
care.
You gotta make a.
I
You gotta
don't-
make a 2.5-hour movie.
I
You
don't-
can't fit all those characters in that movie.
Watch me.
But
challenge accepted,
But
motherfucker.
I think the way that you could make it work would be Megatron and Cobra Commander bring Unicron, but then it'd be like, why would they?
Why are we doing this on the air so people can rip off our ideas?
What I'm saying is we need to work out a pitch and present it on the
we will
podcast.
off the air.
Yeah.
Right now?
No, but if we put it out on the air as a pitch, then
then next week
it's documented that we did it, and nobody can take it because it's like, hey, we did this. But yeah, you and I could work out a good idea. But
Megatron and Cobra Commander bring Unicron to Earth.
But I guess I don't
why?
know. I don't know. We got to work this out. But we got to think who would work well in the, because again, crossovers are not substantive things. They're about who these two things would look cool clashing together. And again, you got to have Snake Eyes. But
okay, so first things first.
We got to make them smaller.
So
Transformers.
Transformers, not necessarily. Transformers, they crash land instead of on the Earth. They crash. No.
Dark of the Moon.
No, because they have to be able to transform into cars, and why would they look like cars unless they've seen cars? Hang on. Oh, okay. So So in the original cartoon, the Ark crashes into the Earth, and the first thing it does is makes the Dinobots, because that's the dominant life form on the Earth at the time. And then as everything progresses, they make cars because the Ark, which has been damaged, the AI is damaged, thinks that those are the dominant life form because there's so many cars. and jets and whatever, blah, and apparently guns for Megatron, which is actually pretty good social commentary there, Hasbro. So instead, they crash land on like Mars or the moon, okay, something like that. The Transformers, and it's the same thing. They're all together, and like one of them's in one place and the other's in the other place, and they're not awake yet. And the Ark makes them all into cars and jets and all that shit because it's observing the activity on the busiest planet in the system, which is Earth. So you still get that, and Cobra. They come up. They've been doing manned missions.
Yeah,
they've been
Cobra
doing whatever.
Creates the Decepticons.
Well, no. Cobra like sees this, and they get to wherever first. Let's say Mars, just for the hell of it. They get to Mars first and awaken Megatron. Yeah, and G.I. Joe obviously has a spy in Cobra Commander's ranks, so they're right behind him.
Bumblebee. Bumblebee is working with.
No, the Transformers aren't awake yet.
Oh. Snake Eyes.
Who cares? It doesn't matter at this point.
Roadblock. Dick Sticker. That's a new one I made up.
So, but the point is G.I. Joe's right behind him. Okay, so Cobra gets there. They wake up Megatron, and Megatron's like, "Well, I could crush you," and he's like, "Well, wait, I'll da da da," and he's like,
"God, I was doing the wish for you." That's what it sounds like.
Well,
continue.
I'm so pissed. Okay, so no, and Megatron, and he's like, "Oh, I'll crush you." He's like, "Well, no, I'll show you how to like take control of Earth and stuff." He's like, "Well, you need me. He's like, "Okay, well, I'll put up with you for now." And G.I. Joe's right behind, and they find the Autobots, and they wake up Optimus Prime, and right in time for the Megatron and the Cobra to start attacking. Because they're like, well, before we go to Earth, we gotta get rid of my rivals, the Autobots. I'm like, okay, we'll help you with that, da da da. And so there's this big giant war, right? Big battle, and at least two main characters have to die.
Wheeljack and Jazz.
No, Bazooka and Alpine.
And the other two.
They were totally gay lovers in the cartoon, which is totally
die
cool.
holding hands.
Yes. No, not necessarily.
I'm in.
But yeah, so at least that makes like everybody and somebody on Cobra's side and somebody on G.I. Joe's side. So that makes the fucking battle personal now. Like, Cobra's now like whoever, it's somebody popular like Destro, right? And so everybody's pissed at Cobra Commander and they want to fuck up all the Transformers, right? And G.I. Joe, say it's Snake Eyes or it's Scarlet, right? And everybody's pissed because they want to destroy all the Transformers too, right? And what ends up happening in a super fucking twist at the end is that Cobra and G.I. Joe join forces and destroy the Transformers.
Oh,
yeah!
Oh, you lost me. No. You were going good. You had a good one.
Okay, instead of that,
instead of that, Joe and Cobra team up, and they think they're on a shaky alliance, so they would fight the Autobots, and then while they're fighting the Autobots, the G.I. Joe realize, wait a minute, Optimus Prime and his men are not our enemy, and they get leveled by
so why don't
Megatron.
you just fucking write it, Jake?
So your idea, but opposite. The Transformers kill the G.I. Joe.
Go ahead and
so fuck them.
eat shit.
That's what I'm thinking. You're G.I. Joe.
And the last...
And then he's like, as he's dying, he's like,
page,
knowing is half
the last
battle.
page. The last page.
That's
Optimus
the
Prime is walking away, and he's all like,
Lincoln Park's ramping up.
No, he's walking away, and he's all like, you shouldn't have fucked with the Transformers. And Duke, right before he dies, he's like, he lifts his finger he's flipping him off, and he's like, eat shit, Optimus.
Knowing's half the battle.
Knowing is half of sucking my balls, you fucking robot asshole.
What? A lot of dying words. Suck my fucking balls.
You robot dick. Damn it. Let's get going with your fucking raisins. Look at this guy.
Somebody's got to eat them.
Nobody's got to eat them.
Well, I can't let them hit the floor.
Look, there's so many preservatives in there that they would keep until Lincoln is old enough to eat those gross things, and he'll be like, "Hey, Daddy's,
oh fuck."
There's like a secret. You got a secret stash of snacks down here, and it's just like 5-year-old raisins that are flavored like watermelon for some fucking reason. All right, what's next? Let's do this.
What's next is nothing. I'm done with you. Hey, get out of here.
Let's do this. Come on.
Cooper, get out of here.
Let's not worry about the dog and let's worry about
Yeah,
the
because
podcast.
raisins can kill him, so I
Well,
probably
why
don't
you,
want him.
Yeah, why are you eating them all over the place?
Anyway, we're talking about Ezra Miller again.
Ah, fuck. Should we
Yeah.
make a sounder for that?
Anytime we talk about Ezra Miller,
They're an asshole. They're an asshole if they are still a
well,
babe.
you might think that Ezra's an asshole, but
Oh, well,
uh,
based on what I've known so far.
the director of The Flash,
Mm.
Anthony
Alan Smithy?
Muschietti, I believe is how you say it. I could be mispronouncing it, but he did the It movies. He works on this. A lot of people say it's great. People liking it. It's from the early screenings. He was asked about a sequel in a Variety interview, and he said, quote, "If a sequel happens, yes. I don't think there's..." Or, sorry, he was asked if Ezra Miller will return as the Flash, and he said, "If a sequel happens, yes. I don't think there's anyone that can play that character as well as they did. The other depictions of the character are great, but this particular vision of the character, they just excelled in doing it. And yes, you said the two Barrys, it feels like a character that was made for them." End quote. Okay. Here's the problem. I have no doubt that Ezra Miller probably has a great performance in this movie.
Probably.
They probably do. But here's the problem I have with it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't exclude the shitty things that they did. And I'm sorry.
Aren't there ongoing court battles right now? I mean,
As far as I know, yeah.
isn't he criminal? Aren't they criminally charged with some stuff right now?
I don't know if they've been charged. Like, I'm sure there's some sort of. I imagine there's still ongoing investigations, but that's the thing. This movie is going to make money. It's already projected not to make as much money as they had hoped, but this movie's going to make money. I'm going to see it. You're going to see it, but at the end of the day, none of us are seeing it for Ezra Miller because at the end of the day, people are having legitimate.
I'm going to see it for Michael Keaton.
Moral issues because of the things that Ezra did. And here's I just want to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't play the game of this moralism stuff when we live in a capitalistic world. If you like the Harry Potter stuff and you want to play Hogwarts Legacy, go play Hogwarts Legacy. If you want to see The Flash because you like The Flash, go see The Flash. I'm not telling you not to see a movie. You and I both said we have different. You want to support. I want to support the people that worked on this movie, and I don't care that Ezra's in it. And I just think that, especially with what Grant Gustin was able to do on the show, I think everybody would love the idea of him being
absolutely
the Flash in the movies.
Yeah,
because he was very emotional. Did you see that promo of him like finally hanging up the suit one last time, and he like took the ring off his finger and then kept it in his hand and put it in, like he said, I kept the ring, but he said it was hard to give up that character. I would love to see Grant Gustin get that shot.
Sure. My thing is like, I've talked about this on the show before. Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, who has been a part of many, many, many rock and roll songs that we all know and love, not just with Led Zeppelin, but also Soul, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
He kidnapped a girl and kept her hostage in a castle for like 3 years and did unspeakable things to her. We're watching that Armie Hammer thing, right?
Yeah.
Do I ever think of that when Led Zeppelin comes on? Yeah, it's in the back of my mind. But does it make me turn the station or something?
Yeah.
No. And that makes me kind of sad about myself that I've somehow compartmentalized that trauma that the girl suffered in deference to this music that I like.
And I think a lot of people...
And how do you feel? How do you reconcile that with yourself?
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of people don't feel that way about Ezra Miller, and that the people that are going to see this movie want to just see what this movie is, because this movie's been in development for 9 fucking years, and they're just interested to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I want to see it, but not for me, Ezra Miller.
It's a couple. For me, it's the fact that we get to see 2 different versions of Batman on the same screen together.
Batfleck, dude.
For me, it's also the fact that it's like I said last week, it's closing the book on the DCEU.
I like
and
that,
it's exciting to know we're going in a different direction.
You know what I really like is that this movie is legitimizing Batfleck. And I think he got a lot of shit when he did, BVS and Justice League. He did. He got a lot of shit. And I think...
And he was going through a lot at that time.
He had been sober, and he actually went back to the bottle. And I have no doubt that it was divorce, a lot of the social media backlash and stuff that he just... Dude...
Well, he was also filming those movies in a rough time in his life because he was in the middle of a divorce with Jennifer Garner at the time.
I mean...
And you can see... at different points of Justice League where he's so clean and sober, and then when he's back on it, and it's good to see he's in a different place, and it's good to see he's on the other side.
It's good to see.
It kind of sucks because we're not going to get him as Batman again unless they do something else.
I don't
like
really
this.
like that. I mean, look, whatever you want to say, those South Park episodes are fucking hilarious, but I just, man, look. You're a dude, and Jennifer Lopez is like really into you, man. Are you gonna give a flying fuck what a bunch of fanboys think? No, you're not. Right? Now you might have been like, oh wait, you're gonna write a song called "Dear Ben" on your next album. I don't know about that. But then she's like, but I'm Jennifer Lopez, and you're like, yeah, holy crap, you're really hot. I mean, I can't believe you like me. Like, wow, okay, cool. I mean. Like, we're giving shit to this guy for being in love with a completely hot woman. Like, she's like 60 and she still looks so good, right? And she's I saw her. I haven't seen a lot of her acting, but one of my favorite movies is Out of Sight with George Clooney, and she's in that, and she's really good. She's a pretty good actress. I'm just saying, we tend to shit like this. Not enough things have been said about Ezra Miller being, doing these bad things. I think they've been pushed aside, and yet
I think hiding him.
We are only too
or them.
We are only too ready to shit on some dude for trying to find some fucking happiness in this world, dude. And I have always kind of not been behind the whole Ben Affleck.
Okay, so
shit.
You and I have both talked on
anytime it's been around.
You and I have both talked on this podcast about redemption. My question is Ezra Miller still capable of redemption? Because we should allow people to redeem themselves.
Sure. Are they the last I heard they were pleading not guilty. And the last I heard they weren't getting any help.
And they're not talking because DC is forcing them not to talk.
Sure.
They're not allowing them to do press.
That's probably good.
Well, that's because they can't, because they could say something or something could be because everybody's going to ask about what happened because of course they did because they would.
People will want to ask him about the case and he's not allowed to talk about that because he's under investigation or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they're genuinely remorseful for what they've done, if it's found out that they did these things, which again, there's a mountain of evidence that shows that they did.
Yeah.
Including testimony from the victims themselves.
And it's an unbelievable thing. It's like sometimes this movie I think will do well despite itself.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, every person that is associated with this movie tries to fuck it up. Why, when you are weeks...
What are you talking about?
The director making these statements. Why, when you're weeks away, would you say, yeah, I 100% Ezra would be in the sequel that I would do? You're completely ignoring the things that happened before and even probably during that movie, and you're just going to push it away because because you had a good time on set with them? I'm so sick of it. That's why I'm getting worked up about it, because there's no accountability in this shit. How many times do you keep allowing people doing shitty shit and bad things and get away with it because they have money? It's fucking stupid, and we continue to do it as a society, and we wonder why we got Armie Hammer fucking eating people and stuff because they're so fucking rich they can do whatever they want. They don't care.
Well, here's what the genuine,
and they'll get a second, third, fucking fourth opportunity.
You know what the backlash is going to be here is that Andy Muschietti is no longer working for DC.
You think that's going to happen?
Absolutely. James Gunn read that and he's like, well, clearly you didn't read my thing about this is the last DCEU movie or whatever. I mean,
I imagine
he might not give a shit what Machete says, but he's also probably like, well, you think we're going more of this? Because we're not. Flashpoint ends this, and then we start over with my shit.
Yeah.
If you want to be a part of that, that's fine.
I don't see why they would keep Ezra. I feel like they would.
I'm saying, like, and Machete's a great a director, so I know that they would like to have him.
I think the only thing that's staying attached is going to be Blue Beetle, and they'll still keep Zachary Levi and Shazam around because.
Don't we have another Aquaman movie coming out?
But which is so silly because this is supposed to reset all the DCEU stuff,
Isn't
but yet we have an Aquaman movie
this fall or winter.
It's Christmas, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But that's no, and that's what I mean. I think we're getting a clean slate. I think we're getting one. We're probably going to get a new Justice League lineup. Two, it's going to be.
Maybe they'll keep Momoa as Aquaman.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to start over fresh because if you're going to recast your Superman and your Batman and your Wonder Woman, if you're recasting that Trinity, that to me says you're starting fresh and you're just going to reboot everything. And they should. I think, and I think that the Flash really will be the end of it. And I think a lot of people are going to see it because of that, because we want to see. And I think a lot of people want to see a good DC movie because whether they actually are like comic book fans or not, maybe they're just a casual audience. I'm sure they want to see something different than another Marvel movie because we've seen those Marvel movies are getting to a point now. You see them the opening weekend. That's it. It's kind of whatever. And everybody knows everything about it. Everybody spoiled everything at that point. You've had a week to watch it, you know. So, of course, people want to see something different. Somebody wants to see some competition.
Do you know why the first Batman was so good and so successful?
Yeah.
Not because it's Batman. Now, that was a big draw, but it was really good. It was a movie that movie-going audiences of all shapes and sizes and likes and whatever could watch and go, wow, that was good. Even if they had no connection to Batman at all. It was Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton at the top of their fucking game. It was Tim Burton at the top of his fucking game. And it was a great fucking movie.
Another quote. This one's from one of the producers. I'm assuming maybe it's.
Which sucks because
I'm assuming this is Andrew's wife.
Okay.
The producer of The Flash, one of the producers, Barbara Muschietti. So I'm assuming that's his wife.
Sure.
She said, in principle photography, Ezra was brilliant and had the most committed and the most professional actor. Well, this quote. This sounds weird. Ezra was brilliant and the most committed and the most professional actor. Ezra gave everything for this role, physically, creatively, emotionally. They were absolutely supreme. Again, great. Should have thought of that before they fucked around and did some horrible shit. I'm sorry. Look. We went on this whole talk about it, and yes, there is some sort of disconnect a little bit between the art and the artist, and there is that. But I don't think anybody would look at what Ezra Miller did this past year and be okay with them getting a second shot because they've had issues before in the past, and they didn't.
They've got to show me they're remorseful.
They've done this. This isn't new. This has happened in the past. They've shown a history of abuse.
They've got to show me that they know what they did was wrong. Because so far, again, what I've heard is that they don't think they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
So right away, okay, I don't want you around other people then.
And you know what the really crazy thing is? All this, and again, I want to reiterate, this movie continues to seem like it's trying to derail itself. I'm still excited, and I'll tell you what. Because we're going to go from Spider-Verse this weekend to, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Transformers, but we'll see what happens there.
We got the Comic-Con this weekend, too.
Those 3 weeks, you got Spider-Verse, Transformers, and then The Flash. And I'm just thinking, I'm probably
skip the Transformers.
I'm probably going to miss Transformers on that one.
I have to.
But there's 2 that I have to see, and that is Spider-Verse and The Flash. I want to see The Flash. I'm still excited to see it, but it's like, God damn, you're making me so hard for me to like this thing.
You know what really sucks, too, is that Shazam has...
And that movie's probably going to be good. It's probably going to be awesome.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods, we talked about this.
I fucking love that movie.
That was a great movie, wasn't it? Like,
I need to watch it on Max.
A lot of different... Yeah, if it'll save it where I started it and ended it. Anyway. Oh, let me fast forward to where I start.
Keep going.
Fucking Max.
But yeah, we were talking about Fury of the Gods, yeah.
If Shazam had half the fucking reach that Batman did, that movie would have exploded. because it was a good movie.
It was a good movie. It was a good family movie.
But
I think it was a
nobody
good
went to
funny
see it because
movie.
nobody fucking knows who. Hey, by the way, The Rock. Nobody knows who Shazam or Black Adam is. You douchebag.
I think the only way for The Rock to be successful, truthfully, and we'll get off this.
Yep.
No, because if you notice, The Rock picks his directors, and that's the problem.
Yeah, right. Because he's like, if
You
you,
know
don't
who?
make,
You know.
if you don't make this movie good,
you
I'm
know-
gonna kick your ass.
You know who did
You
pick?
better smell that The Rock is cooking.
Arnold knew how to find good directors. Arnold knew how to take direction. I don't think The Rock does. I think, because think about it. Arnold starts his career with James fucking Cameron. Okay? Then he works with Paul fucking Verhoeven. All right? And another guy with fucking for a middle name. The dude that made Die Hard. He did Predator. McTiernan. John
yep.
McTiernan.
Yep. Who made Commando?
I think it was, oh shit, I don't know. I could go get it. It's on my my shelf. But point is, to wrap up the Ezra Miller discussion,
I feel like I've
It's
watched
just-
it enough
it's-
times. I should know. Directed by.
Yeah. For me, it's the frustrating thing about those quotes is I understand going to bat with someone that you worked with,
Sure.
and you also are trying to sell a movie,
Yeah.
so you're trying to be positive about this person. But I want you to really think about.
Are you ready for this?
Who is the director?
Mark L. Lester.
Wow, what an unfortunate name.
Let's. Okay, so he did Roller Boogie, Class of '84,
Yeah.
Firestarter,
Wow.
Armed and Dangerous with John Candy, Eugene Levy, and Meg Ryan, a very underrated movie, and
Yeah.
Showdown in Little Tokyo starring Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee.
Showdown in Little Tokyo. All right.
He's still alive.
Speaking of which,
76.
that reminds me. Did you see that there's a new Jackie Chan movie? And it's a buddy movie, and you'll never guess who his tag team partner is in this movie.
Owen Wilson.
Think about what I said. Tag team partner.
The Rock.
John Cena. It's called Hidden Strike. It's like I'd have to show you the trailer. It actually looks good. And I'll be honest, based on the trailer, I was
They're
like,
both very likable,
Well, that's- I
despite
mean-
Jackie Chan's support for the oppressive regime in China.
okay.
He is.
I sent it to Luke, and then I sent him he's like, wow. And I sent him a text, and I was like, you had me at John Cena and Jackie Chan. I'd watch that movie instantly. So I'm excited about that. That's coming up. But we got to move on, Tyler. You want to talk about some AI shit.
Sure.
What do you want to talk about today?
Well, so I was, I've talked about this many times before. My homepage is, you have a homepage, and I've turned off my search engine. You can do that on Google. When you're on your phone or your tablet, whatever. And so instead of getting a bunch of recommendations for what
like the news thing?
Yeah, just your homepage. My homepage is Google.
Just notifications in general, yeah.
Right, but
there's a way you can turn off the search so that it doesn't keep track of what you look up.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
like,
I see what you're
so
saying.
for instance, like if it did, almost everything would be Minnesota Vikings related, right? Because that's what I've searched
and
for.
you get ads on your Facebook that are targeted on that.
Sure, but
yeah.
but since I don't have the search on, it gives me trending topics,
Yeah.
right? And I've talked about this before that there's a trending topic, and it was like AI extinction was the topic, and I'm like, well, holy fuck, right?
Yeah.
Shit. And I go and I look, and like Steve Jobs, the guy who started Apple, Wozniak,
Wozniak.
and
Wozniak, I think.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, whatever.
Elon Musk.
Who cares?
Elon Musk. Ever seen that video?
And Bill Gates, like all of these like tech giant guys have gotten together and been like, hey, let's fucking slow down on this AI shit. Because I don't know if you know about this Chat GR bot thing. Chat GPT.
It's gone viral. And it
Yeah,
has,
I know what it is. I've used
it. Okay.
It's a fun little toy.
That's fun, but people aren't using it as toys. There's regimes in this world that are going to develop this shit to try and fuck, like, we're talking...
Yeah.
We're talking nuclear level
Yeah.
extinction events, man. And I don't know about you, but that scared the shit out of me that all these guys that have that are directly responsible for our technology being in this place in the first place, thanks a lot, fuckers. We just want to have a home computer.
I think
We've never seen Terminator.
Yeah, okay.
Fucks.
I think you can't
look.
We could have been even using abacus.
I'm sorry.
We have a tracking device on us at all times. Thanks a fucking lot.
AI was coming like.
Was it?
People have been writing about AI since the fucking 80s.
No,
probably even that. If you want to talk about Isaac Asimov, they probably didn't talk about it before that.
Isaac Asimov's initials backwards are AI.
Oh,
fuck.
But I think there are legitimate concerns with AI. But dude, honestly, most of the AI that I've seen,
okay,
like the speaking one, you can still tell that it's fake. Now, will it advance? And are there some convincing sounding AIs? Yes. But there is still an uncanny valley.
Of course.
Human beings will always be able to detect.
Are you sure?
No, because a robot can try and manipulate your speech as much as it wants, but it cannot match the cadence and deliverance of a human being because
Not yet.
It is thinking on a different wavelength than a human being, in my opinion.
So far.
Because it can think of a million different answers while a human being can only think of one or two.
The reason
you know
why,
what I'm saying?
The reason why,
so it's not going to sound. It's not going
to
sound natural because it's always calculating.
I'll agree with you on one thing. And
I'm just making this shit up.
No,
I don't know
but
anything.
I'll agree with you for one reason, and it is this: how many times have we seen like a movie, a story, a comic book, or whatever, where like a human or humanity is faced against like an unstoppable threat, usually machines, or it's like an alien armada or whatever.
Zombie apocalypse.
Whatever. No, because those people don't think.
Oh, you mean like an invasion?
Right.
Okay.
And what do they always say? Well, the reason why the humans won is because they're so unpredictable. And honestly, isn't that the truth? Like, computers and robots and AI will never be able to replicate humans because we're fucking crazy. You would have to program unpredictability into a computer, which you cannot do because you have to program everything into a computer.
Program a human element.
Yes, you cannot program the unpredictable variable, and that is why they'll never be able to fix that uncanny valley. However,
it is very scary,
right?
It is still scary. It is still like.
So I wanted to just bring it up because it's like, holy shit.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because it isn't. This is the thing about the AI is such an umbrella term and such an umbrella thing is it's a legitimate concern. With broadcasting, with radio ads and podcasting, dude, I saw a fucking video, and again, most of them what I'm seeing, it's silly, like ridiculous, like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
They made an AI conversation between Socrates and Bill Gates, even though nobody's ever heard what Socrates sound like, never will sound, know what he sounds like,
right.
But they're having this AI construct this person. Like, I think that. Will the technology advance past that? Sure, but I still always think that human beings will still be able to tell the difference between a machine and a human talking to them, interacting with them, because, like I said, you're going to have that robot look at you, analyze every little wrinkle in your face, every little dimple and whatever, and blemish or whatever, and trying to analyze to say to you, whereas a human being
will just say whatever.
Because a robot doesn't have emotion. So a human being can see your body language and understand your emotion, where robot is going to constantly, you know what I mean?
How many times have you been like in a place and
I haven't done a science topic in a while.
Well, how many times have you been in a place and you're alone, but then you know that you're not. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You always know when somebody's looking at you.
Well, you can sense human beings, right? Yeah. I don't know if you want to call it electrical activity that you're whatever, just instinct. But if you're faced with an android at this level of technology, if we were faced with an android trying to be a human being, we would know instantly because they wouldn't like give off the same vibe as like a real human. You know what I mean? I think that based alone, like when you're hanging out, you're hanging out with a dog, you know that you're not hanging out with another human being. I mean, it's another being, but it's not a human. You know what I mean? You don't sit there and go like, "Oh, my dog's a human being." That's crazy that I didn't that it faked me out like that. You know?
Yeah, but like I was saying, where it ties into more with the stuff that we usually talk about with entertainment. That's one of the big things with the WAG. Is it WAG? No, it's WGA. With the WGA strike is the worry of AI, like I said, potentially with podcasting and radio and TV and writing movies. Will we have an AI written movie? Shit, we've already seen AI animated shorts. They're not good because, again, you cannot duplicate the human element.
Yeah.
The artist will always be better than AI art. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Because a machine cannot emote.
You saw that shit on Twitter that they were like, "Look out, fucking Hollywood!"
Yeah.
And the people had like 4 arms and shit, and you're like,
So this is where
Ew.
this is the problem.
Really?
This is the problem I have with this topic because I do have the human nature in me has my guard up about it because it is this technology that I don't think this level of artificial intelligence is necessary. I think you could argue that some things, like I don't mind your phone having a certain level of intelligence. I don't mind some but what I mean with that is it all they're already doing is it understands my algorithms. It understands what I want. That form of AI I don't think is a problem. But the minute you start doing this voice recognition...
Well, there are people that are trying to replicate humans with AI. That's a problem, yeah.
However, I can also see an argument of people that aren't able to speak being able to speak through an AI.
Sure.
I can understand that.
I just read an article last week that an AI assisted spinal whatever has helped a guy who hasn't walked in 16 years walk again. Mm-hmm. I think he was a quadriplegic.
I think the general concern is what we have with a new technology is we have to be smart about it.
Well, that's what the article literally says is somebody wrote it and then they all signed it and it basically says, hey, right now there are no restrictions on how we're developing AI right now. And we need to fucking do that.
Yes.
We need to have...
And there are people that are going to be pissy about regulations.
Safeguards in place.
But I'm just like, sorry.
Republicans.
No, Republicans, sure. But look... We all agreed as a society there are some things we should look out for and take care of because as humanity, as we have shown throughout history, we're really bad with this stuff.
Right.
And but so we need to put regulations on each other so we keep each other in check.
Me too.
Because we don't want to go to jail.
I absolutely agree with you. But I do also want to tell you that there are still people in this world who are okay with Nazis. So, yeah... You'd think that we'd be like all on the same page as far as some things go.
I do want to put this out there.
Yeah.
This show has a very strict no Nazis allowed policy.
Fucking A, man.
I mean, I think that goes without saying. But
I have a 500 feet around me, a moving circle, what is it called? When you tell somebody they can't come near you. A restraining order against all Nazis, and it's a rotating 500 feet circle around me. If you get in that 500 feet, I can legally arrest you.
You know what was really going to piss me
Citizens
off?
arrest.
And I'm sure it exists, but I know I'm going to find it one day. It's going to just pop up on my TikTok or whatever. I'm going to be real pissed. You know there's somebody that's developing like an AI Hitler bot somewhere, and I'm just going to be fucking furious.
We talked about Mrs. Davis.
Yeah.
Why aren't we watching that show?
I need to watch
that's
that show.
I haven't started either, but it interests me because it's like that's not that far off.
You know it's going to happen. You know somebody's going to do something.
That somebody made an AI that's talking to everybody about you.
Yeah. Your phone does it already?
That's fucking scary. Oh yeah, I suppose.
Scary times in the city.
Can we play the Mayhem Sounder even though we don't have one this week? I mean, we do, but it's not their fault. It's ours.
No.
Why does it keep going to Facebook?
Because it's
it's a free. Yeah. It's AI.
AI. It's my Facebook.
Fuck.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Pizza time.
Spoiler alert.
I like you as a friend.
Nice.
Well, I was going to go into the Griff report, but
let's do
because
that.
we're bringing that back for the 1st time in weeks.
Yep, let's do that, and then
can I? Before we even get into it, can I just say, I want to make this clear. I am not intentionally going after this person as frequently as we have been. But tonight's subject in the Griff report, we've done her a lot recently. And the reason I did this, because you and I were talking about this off the air, because I texted you about it, and I said, I'm apologizing now. We're going to do a Melanie Mack segment. I'm sorry. The reason I constantly talk about her...
I'm always ready to take down false Christians and people who use Christianity as a tool for hate.
To me, I think she is a great example of how this far-right fundamentalist Christian ideology has been married with the kind of stuff you see with Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and this and the Proud Boys and shit like that, the far right stuff there, and you're seeing it in these kind of people never used to talk to each other. And now they're doing it more than ever because of all the stuff, and it's all the stuff with Trump and all this stuff. But I think the reason I talk about her so much is when she constantly makes videos like this, the one that we're about to talk about, I feel the need to call out her bullshit.
Well,
because I'm sick of it. I am sick. Because, dude, it is 2023, and we are still having, like you were talking about, we are still having conversations of where we are still marginalizing a very, very small group, very small group of people in our population.
I can't believe we're in the 21st century still having debates about homosexuality. Give me a fucking break.
And again, using this lie that it's mutilating children. I'm sorry, but. And we go with, and I'm going to keep rolling it in here because with the drag queen shit, because it play in this groomer shit. Meanwhile, who is fucking the kids? The people in the church. Specifically, Catholics are doing this in church.
Guess who's marching in the gay pride parade this year?
But let's keep oppressing the people that have already been oppressed for just existing. Let's keep attacking people that have done nothing but be themselves and get treated like it. And I'm sorry, it is fascism. You support when you take away other people's rights. Especially again, because a very I cannot stress this enough. A very small population, very, very small percentage of our population, and you continue to treat them the way you do and you other them. That is how fascism develops. It starts by attacking and going after one group for no other reason than they're different than you.
Well, right now, we're talking about AI and all that stuff, and in the last 20 years or so, our technology has improved leaps and bounds. And we just don't know how to handle it. And a lot of people have turned to their faith. And a lot of shitty church people have noticed this. And that is why Fox News is patriotic and Christian. Because they're tapping into those people's fear. And that is what that's why Melanie Mack is a piece of shit. Because, she is. Because she taps into people's faith, which is a wonderful human trait, and uses it to further her own bigoted, hate-filled ends. And I guarantee you do not practice what you preach. You fucking liar.
And that is why I want to talk about her as much as I do, because I think she is a great example of, like you said, a fake Christian, because if people truly believed in the teachings of Christ and believed in, not all, because the Bible is not a perfect book. People will tell you it's a perfect book, but it's not. But if people truly believed in the way of Christ, this place would be a lot better, or the world would be a lot better place.
Oh, yeah. We're talking Sermon on the Mount shit. We're not talking about whatever fucking passage of the Bible fits your bigoted bullshit.
You're going to love this. So this video that we were...
Can I say one thing about her before?
Yes.
Let's go with the basic shit. A lot of what's going on in our country and in the world is this fundamental Christian idea that women should be, whatever. Like, they shouldn't be in the work, still, somehow we're still having this fucking debate that, it's stupid, right?
There's some women out there, some women, like, Just Pearly Things, will cover her someday, I think. I'm adding to your point, is all I'm doing. She publicly said on a podcast that she thinks women shouldn't vote. So you're dead on.
You're right. But here's the thing. Is she married? Do we know that?
No.
Okay. Well, unless she's a virgin, or she was married at one point, and then she's going against the fucking Bible. Why? Because I chose a passage that fits my fucking narrative. Look at that, Melanie. We can all do it. We can all be assholes like you and pervert faith into bullshit.
I think Melanie Mack was married.
I don't care if she's ever been married or if she's... Because that's none of my business.
I know.
But my point is that she's the type of fucking shithead who would get up there and be like, ladies, unless you're in a marriage, you should not be having extramarital... I mean, that's just not... That's against the... You understand? Mm-hmm. So if you're not going to practice what you preach, which I fucking guarantee she does not... then I don't want to listen to your fucking false Christianity and your bullshit wolf in sheep's clothing nonsense.
You said wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yes.
But when you said it, I heard Wolfenstein for a second. I was like, that was...
Wow.
Wolf. You ever played that game?
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm just like, wow, you just pulled up a...
deep cut.
Fat Nazi video game. I love that movie. I love that game.
I always love a game where you kill Nazis.
Hey, man.
Cancel me.
Hey, wait a second. Why don't we make a game called Kill Nazis and just that's all you do.
Universally loved.
Right? Everybody loves this game.
No, because then people are going to accuse us of wanting to kill Nazis, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm making a joke. I'm saying I like playing Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to actually.
No. See, that's why. You can't. Sadly,
can we
that's an offensive title.
How about jailing Nazis?
Jail
and that's all you do. That's just jail them up.
Give them the good old fashioned American style police brutality.
No. And then after 6 months, you're like, hey, just wanted to talk to you about how you feel about.
Okay. I know you don't want. I like how you're diverting me from talking about this.
Because I can't stand human beings like this.
I need to make a point.
You are a
because
stain on our fucking species.
Can I talk?
Yes.
Jeez Louise. You gotta throw the pitch so I could swing the bat. All right, so
bat flip. That ain't allowed. That's disrespectful.
Can we get through this? We're almost done.
Hurry
Jesus.
up.
You're the one who keeps interrupting me.
Just walk over me, man.
Walk on over.
Walk on by.
Anyway, so the video that she made, we're recording this Wednesday, May 31st. This will go up on June 1st.
2713. We're from the future.
Anyway, she made this video intentionally coming out the 31st of May, being like, next month is going to be insane because we're talking about Pride Month. So this is
I'm looking forward to Pride
Month.
I
sat through this, so you didn't have to, Tyler, and the listener didn't either, but I sat through the whole thing. It was about 23 minutes, and it was faster. It was better because I run it on 1.5 speed. I'm like, just give me the fucking parts. Give me the gist. And honestly, Melanie, you have got to hire an editor, or you have got to chop. I'm just saying, takes too many pauses. So when I'm editing the audio, it's like, did you get your point out? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying she takes a lot of pauses, and I have to do a lot of editing. That's all I'm saying. Everybody pauses. Everybody makes mistakes, but not her. Not good mistakes. She makes dumb mistakes. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Play the fucking clip.
No, I want to explain it.
Oh.
So she's talking about Target, obviously, because everybody's mad at Target now. With the Pride display, which to be honest, I'm not surprised that if the employees are truly worried about their safety, and
I'm not.
If employees are truly worried about their safety, I could kind of understand it, but I also think this is the problem with rainbow capitalism. Like I said last week, this is the problem when you say, oh, we're going to support you guys, and the minute you get backlash for it, you're like, oh, well, oopsie poopsies, we're sorry. But anyway, she's commenting on that, and then she kind of goes off on this tangent about Pride Month, and the first clip is really important because it kind of lays out this whole video and where this video is going. And keep in mind,
how many clips do we got?
3. They're going to be a little bit longer. Bear with me. But, and I want you to understand this, Tyler. I want you to understand this. Even according to her in this video, this is coming from a place of love. God loves you. Melanie loves you. Does this sound like somebody that loves you?
I don't have to celebrate this. Nobody has to celebrate this. I'm a Christian. I will not be celebrating what the Bible calls an abomination. I will not do that. And if somebody is not a Christian even, you do not have to celebrate it either. You don't. And it's like they want to sit and call you homophobe, transphobe,
because you
whatever.
are.
I don't care what it is. If the Bible says it's an abomination, get it out of my sight.
Extramarital sex, Melanie.
Same thing with if they
let's go there, right?
Parades for promiscuity parades, whole parades. Dude, I ain't celebrating.
She's not celebrating straight people either, Tyler.
No. I'm just saying, if she wants to fucking she literally said, if the Bible says it's an abomination, then fucking it's an abomination. Okay, well, then women like
she
being
has
outside of the home.
She has tattoos.
Yeah, that's not a fucking.
I'm just saying, if you go down that road, you're going to realize this book was written thousands of years ago.
By about 70 fucking people that all had one thing in mind. Let's make sure women are not fucking having any rights.
We're almost done with this clip.
Jesus.
Celebrating that either. I don't care if it's straight. I'm not celebrating that garbage. I will not celebrate abominations. Period. Okay?
Abominations.
You can still care about
Jesus
people
Christ.
as human beings and not celebrate their sin. You run into a giant, terrible thing when you start condoning sin for people. And I know that for a lot, they want to be, you got friends in this community.
No, you don't.
I do too.
You're making this up. There's no way you have friends.
Every time I speak out on it, I'm risking losing more friends because I've lost a lot
of
friends
shit.
in the LGBT community. And it is what it is. But
you don't have any friends because you didn't even fucking say it right. You fucking idiot.
Around, and they understand that, hey, I'm a Christian. These are my values. And if they want to stay my friend, I will be more than happy to stay their friend and care about them as human beings. But I will not validate their sin. Just like I will not validate my straight friends' sins either.
Not validating the sin. Okay, so...
I'm sorry. I literally had to take my headphones off because I cannot fucking stand this
I get
milky toast fucking hate. This fucking I love you. Psh! That's abuse.
I
love
you, but you live in an abomination.
The reason why your gay friends aren't your friends anymore is because you were an abusive fucking friend.
Tyler, I want you to know this. Look at me right in the face, and I'll tell you this right now. I love you. But you're living in an abomination.
No. Tell me. Right? You love me, but
I love you, but
I can't get behind you getting your ears pierced again. Right? That's what she's saying.
I know you like your ears being pierced, but it's against. That makes me sick. Okay, because that's an abomination. And she'll say this later.
I love you, but I don't.
She'll say this later. We'll play this in another clip.
God.
According to her thoughts about homosexuality, is a demon is making you gay or making you have those.
So
earrings.
how does this make sense? I love you, but I can't condone who you want to love.
Exactly.
Then you don't fucking love that person.
I'm so sick of it, and that's why I wish more Christians would be honest with me.
You know
and
why
just tell me that you don't like them.
Is impenetrable and unbreakable because they also have this other stupid fucking thing. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And it's like, you can't even tell them they're being wrong because then they can just fucking throw that back at you. They can just fucking throw
All
you.
right, sorry. Another clip here. It's a long one. Bear with me. God. No, it's important, Tyler. I want to talk about this. I do. Because this is the kind of shit we're dealing with on a daily basis.
We're playing it so that you don't...
But marriage is a Christian.
Oh, sorry. We jump ahead in the video. And somehow, again, I watched this and I still don't know how she made this jump.
Thanks.
But
thank you for doing that for us so we don't have to.
So she talks about Target losing all this money and all this stuff about pride and all this stuff. And then she gets on the topic of gay marriage, and she has a very interesting belief system in this.
It is a Christian unity. It is the most sacred. It is the most sacred thing two human beings can have.
If she's been married and gotten divorced, that's against the Bible. Okay?
God designed it between a man and a woman.
A man and a woman.
Period.
In 2023.
Anything else is not that. So you can say legally and have on paper and this and that with gay marriage, but that is not the sacred bond that God created marriage to be. It's not the same thing. And that's why in my mind now it's like, okay, maybe that should have been a more of a civil union thing. It should be categorized different. I don't know, but
okay. If you're saying you're okay with it, why are you insistent on changing the title of it? Why are you insisting on saying it isn't marriage? Because you have to make it marriage being a man and a woman. And I want to bring this right back around and be like, it's fucking 2023, okay? Marriage, you can claim is a Christian construct. I don't know if it was created in the church or not, but I'd have to think at some point marriage was created by humans because we just couple. That's who we are. That's what our society does. So to think that it's strictly a church-related thing is silly to me.
Yeah, people have only been getting married since Jesus was born. What are you, an idiot?
I'm a married.
Duh.
I'm a married person, right? I specifically did a service that was not about a church or related to any church because at the end of the day, God gets every other fucking day of the week. I should get my wedding. So fuck that. One, two.
Fucking heathen.
It doesn't matter.
You blasphemer.
And you know what? I love being married. I love my wife. But at the end of the day, I would be with her anyway. Marriage is silly. In a sense of like, at this point, most people have a marriage situation because they've been together forever. They love each other. They're like, hey, let's let's.
I just want somebody to watch TV with, man. Fuck.
And people you can file your taxes together. You know what I mean?
Preferably a woman.
But what I'm trying to get at is you don't need God to tell you love someone and you're with someone forever. You don't need any
I'm not
of that.
saying I'm bisexual. I'm just saying, like, if I'm hanging out with a dude watching TV, I'm not going to want to make out with that dude at any point.
Where are you getting at with this?
But it is not marriage by definition. It's not. It is just honestly blasphemy.
Who cares?
In a way, when you really look at it like that. And trust me, I don't like saying this stuff. Because
yes, you do. Because if you do like saying this stuff, because it makes you money.
Or just play it.
If you didn't like it, you wouldn't keep making these videos.
Just play it.
For people who are very entrenched in this.
That's why I do it.
You know, human beings, as long as we're on this earth, we're going to struggle with sin, and that's going to look different per person, whatever that sin is that you struggle more with. And for some, that's what it is. Shit. And I feel sad for a lot of them that are in this sinful bondage. Like, it's demonic oppression.
She calls it demonic
So, okay, wait a second. She did say by definition, right? Okay. So I'd like to go ahead and
because
I'd like to go ahead and give you the dictionary.com definition of marriage. Broadly, any of the diverse forms of interpersonal union established in various parts of the world to form a familial bond that is recognized legally, religiously, or socially, granting the participating partners mutual conjugal rights and responsibilities, and including, for example, opposite-sex marriage, same-sex marriage, plural marriage, and arranged marriage. Anthropologists, just to stick one more fucking needle into your goddamn blasphemous eye, Melanie. Anthropologists say that some type of marriage has been found in every known human society since ancient times. And yeah, I know you're a Christian, so you probably do believe that the world is only 6,000 years old. How'd you get that? Well, we counted up all the ages of the people in the Bible. 6,000 years. Really? How fucking scientific that was. Also, you do know that when they say, like, Moses lived 700 years, that wasn't 700 years. That was like 70 years. And the guys who translated it from all that bullshit don't know how to do shit. So all those, like, those, like, 3 chapters in the beginning of the Bible, and I know you've read it, Melanie, because obviously...
She says she reads it every day.
Well, then you know what I'm talking... Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
There's a whole, like,
I've
3 chapters. I have. There's a whole, like, 3 chapters in the beginning, and it's literally like, and this person begat this person, and they lived for this long, and then this it's literally, that's it for page after fucking page. And no, I don't believe you fucking read that, Melanie, because I know you did like I did. You were like, what the fuck? Let me flip ahead.
Tyler, I think we're in this final clip, which is shorter than the other one.
Just saying that, what, just stop. Also, because there is a version of the Bible called the sinful version that was misprinted and said, thou shalt commit adultery, does that mean if you owned that copy of the Bible that you're supposed to fuck around on your spouse because it's in the Bible, Melanie? How fucking literal
and it's
are
just,
you?
And to me that bothers me.
I
Again,
hate her so much.
Why you shouldn't look? Are there some stories? Are there some examples or parables or whatever that could stand the test of time? Absolutely, there are some things.
Yes, they existed before the Bible, and the people writing the Bible were like, "Sweet, let's put them in there."
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm getting at. You can get anecdotal things from a book 6,000 years ago.
Sure.
However, you should not be living your life literally like it was 6,000 years ago.
So,
and I know you don't, because you use the internet,
right.
You use your phone,
so
you do all these other
slavery
things.
is mentioned and condoned in the Bible. So Melanie, all of your friends who might have, whatever, descended from that, do you tell them every time you see them? Do you say, like, I love you, but it's an abomination that you're not property? Do you tell them that? I'm serious. Let's get down to the fucking nitty gritty. You want to open this fucking door, I'm going to walk through it, Melanie, okay? I'm going to walk through it. And if you can't fucking hold up your bullshit into the bargain and you can't keep your fucking lies straight, well, I'll help you and I'll make sure, because I've read the Bible too. All right, smart ass. And let me tell you something, okay? Anybody can read a fucking book and memorize shit and find passages that go along with your bigoted bullshit, okay? Anybody can fucking do that. I can fucking do that. Hey, look, here's a passage that relates to women doing podcasts on a YouTube channel that they shouldn't do that because that's an abomination against God. You see, it has nothing to do with because there was no internet or YouTube back then, but I made it because I fucking read it just to you in a certain way with a certain snottiness in my voice, and I emphasize certain words to make you realize that you're doing an abomination against God. You see how easy that was, Melanie? It's so easy. And I hate that you make so much money and that you hurt so many people. So I have to tell you, I am at war with you now.
She does mention a war.
I'm at war with her.
It's spiritual warfare.
I
is
have
what she calls
declared
it.
war on Melanie Mack. I am. I am declaring war on your bigotry and your false Christianity. You are a bad Christian at worst, and at best a terrible human being.
Sometimes,
thank you.
Most of the time, both.
Yeah,
so
man, that felt good to get out. Holy shit! Wow,
clearly we're working through something. So at the end of that
we still have another clip.
One more clip, but it's not as long as the other ones. So the end of that last clip, she says demonically oppressed or demonic oppression. Now, I don't think she's talking about us directly, but I think she's talking about. Well, she knows we exist because she commented on one of her videos. But again, I don't know. I don't necessarily. I'm not taking any credit.
Yeah,
for
I
this.
doubt she. Yeah,
I doubt she's talking about us.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that she's had criticisms of people making fun of her because she. They said that she said that gay people are demons, pretty much, or trans people are demonic, whatever. She clears that up to explain to you.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, her explaining it makes it worse.
Okay.
Somehow makes it worse.
Okay, I'm trying to be nice, but I'm just going to say idiots don't know what demonic oppression means, even though it's right there. They think that it mean that I meant I was calling them demons.
You just got to hear her out on this.
Demonic oppression. Oppressed by a demon. Boom. That's what I meant. Can't believe I have to clarify that, but here we are.
I can't.
So yeah, I do feel bad for people who are really entrenched in that, and I think.
Do you feel bad for them?
Seeing the constant validation of it and everything, that is just very messed up. Enabling people in their sin, and that is leading them to destruction. But there still is hope for them, and that's something that we have to remember when we stand up against this stuff. Is we are to still love these people. Okay.
But I'm next.
Okay.
And I know it's hard. Sometimes
This is the part that it gets me at the end here.
There are some people that make it very difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but so we should absolutely.
Do you think she's
be
talking about
praying for them.
flamboyant
But
gays in
on
that situation?
same note, I know a
Like,
lot
what does she
of
mean by
Christians,
that?
especially in the progressive
what she
movement,
meant.
are very pushover, right? And that is not how God wants us to be. God doesn't give us this.
I'm sorry. Are we not
timid,
supposed to be
weak,
subservient to
spirit
him and bend
with
to
the
his
world.
will? You fuck.
We are supposed to be strong. We are
Strong.
supposed to be courageous.
Courageous. Because
We are
nothing,
supposed to be bold.
nothing says strong and courageous like picking on a minority group.
Yeah, right.
Melanie, you are a straight white woman. And you got that easy, okay? Straight Christian white woman, okay? And you think that's courageous to attack a group of people that historically has been treated like shit in this country. You think that's brave?
Historically,
You think that's brave because you're so obsessed with being the victim that you bully another group of people, make them the victim, and then mock them for for getting help or committing suicide or something, something to that effect. You still and then you act like this stuff with Pride Month because God forbid this country acknowledge that gay people exist in it, and that upsets you. Why don't you take a look inside yourself and think, why does someone's lifestyle that in no way affects me, no way changes what I do in my everyday, why does that piss me off? Why do I have to think that demons are oppressing them? First of all, let's just pretend demons are real. Let's just pretend all the crackpot shit you say is real. You're telling me that you love these gay people and you care about them, but then you can't accept their lifestyles because it's an abomination. And the reason it's an abomination in that lifestyle they choose is because they're being fucking oppressed by a demon. Are you seriously telling me with a straight face you think that all gay people are fucking possessed by demons?
Oppressed.
Or sorry, oppressed.
She doesn't even know.
Oppressed.
She doesn't even know how to say it.
Sorry,
right?
oppressed. You're so fucking white, you don't even know what oppressed means.
Right.
Shut up.
And
I'm saying that as a white man.
Very good point. So validating when we're pushovers and stuff.
Fucking demonically oppressing them? How the fuck do you come to that logic? And I told myself I was going to be calmer in this episode, but it's like, come on. Like, so you're going to tell me that you, again, the theme here is she loves these people. But I'm sorry. When I've been, take my wife, for example. I'm in love with my wife. At no point has my wife made, like you were talking about with the earrings, at no point has my wife made a decision and be like, I love you, honey, but that's an abomination. You're living in sin, and I can't celebrate you or accept you because it's an abomination in God's eyes. And I love you, but you're an abomination. You can't call somebody's lifestyle an abomination and then say you love them. You can't have it both ways. You can't do that. And that is why what you said is true. Because if you were a real Christian, you would love these people for who they are.
Right.
And accept them for who they are.
The only thing that Christians need to fucking read and memorize is the fucking Sermon on the Mount, and that's it. Throw that fucking trashy fucking book called the Bible into a fucking incinerator. I'm serious. It burned real easy. Those fucking pages are like thin as shit. Have you ever seen a Bible? They're fucking great, man. I mean, the leather bound will actually take longer to burn.
I will say though,
the
King James one is my favorite because Jesus' words are in red.
To calm down a little bit,
we're gonna wind it down here.
Well, I want to talk about validation. I want to talk about validating things and being pushovers and stuff. Melanie, here's one thing that you'll never experience is what my uncle went through. My uncle David. He knew he was gay from an early age, and as soon as he came out, he was ostracized by his own family. And he moved away to, at the time, the only place that he had heard of. He's in North Dakota. So to a gay kid in North Dakota, the Shangri-La is San Francisco, California. He moved out there. He opened a store, and he fell in love and got married and contracted HIV. And I watched, I went and visited him while he died from AIDS. And really the only reason he was able to come home was because his dad had died many years before. And you'll never know what that's like to have your own family ostracize you because you feel like who you are. I'm a musician, and if every time I picked up my guitar, like my mom was like, "You do that again, and I'm throwing you out." I mean, what kind of a mother is that, right?
Yeah.
That's not a mother, and that's why my mom doesn't do that, and that's why you don't do that to people that you love. That's the abomination. The abomination is telling somebody that you love them while actively hurting them. That's abuse, Melanie.
And so many.
And I wanted to say this in a very calm voice because I want you to understand that what you're doing is wrong. And I do go off, and I do go off, and I do go off, but because you are opening a door. Example, you're accused of like there's a Law and Order episode where a guy was like. He's on trial for assault, and he was accused of assault like twice before, but because he was acquitted, he can't, like the prosecutor can't bring that into the case, right?
Yeah.
But while somebody is questioning him, he says something like, "I've never assaulted anybody in my life." And it's like, hey, he opened the door, so now we can question him. Have you under oath? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
When you follow these things,
when you do that type of thing on your podcast, I know you're not under oath, Melanie, but you're saying that you're being truthful, and I got to call you out on your bullshit because nothing that you say, if you truly lived your life the way you talk about it, you would be like you'd be catatonic from not being able to like figure out what to do because your brain would be at war with itself like the entire time. Like you literally would not be able to walk one step because one half of your brain would be saying love that person and the other half would be saying demon. So I mean, I just can't. So when you try to selectively buy this bullshit about gay people from the Bible, again, you just take whatever passage. I'm going to fucking take passages that are in the Bible that go directly against your version of Christianity, and I'm going to bring them up, and you're going to fucking you're going to ignore them, because that's what real Christians do. And by the way, fuck Christianity, okay? Fuck it. That's the abomination.
Well, and that's true, and that's the truth.
How many people have been murdered in Jews' name or in Buddhist name?
We talked about at the beginning of the segment.
Yeah.
How many Catholic boys have been abused by the church? And it's like, and that's, I'm with you there. I think the problem is religion itself, because it's a social construct, and the problem there is because, again, there are people that I mean, you and I have talked about it. You believe in God. I've talked to Luke.
Sure, yeah.
And, Luke and I have talked about his beliefs, and
right.
his same issue. The reason why people don't go to church anymore is because we've evolved past these fundamentalist Christian fascio beliefs. We've moved past it. And you can say, oh, you're just throwing the word fascist around. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm going to bang the fucking table on this. 20 states have made it illegal to fucking just be trans. They've made it illegal for trans people to exist. That is fascism.
Talk about our governor's fucking bathroom bill. She is fucking trying to get teachers to check kids' genitals.
So you're probably asking.
Are you kidding me?
You're asking at this point, like the segment's gone on for a while. You're probably asking again, why cover her? Why do this? Why take time out of your podcast to having fun and talking with your friend?
We have to expose these people.
Because at some point, we got to start looking at it this way. It only gets better if we start calling these people out. Because, I'm not saying differing opinions shouldn't exist in pop culture discussion,
right,
and podcasts and
but
YouTube.
This isn't pop culture anymore.
This isn't talking about movies and having different opinions on movies and not making a fun environment. This is pushing hurtful ideology.
This is attacking people.
And this is attacking people on bullshit lies. Because, again, that story that I don't even remember the number because it got fucking just thrown under the rug. But was it Chicago that had all those kids that were abused? And, like, in a church. And you notice how none of these fucking Christians said a goddamn word. No, you know why?
I don't think one priest.
Because you want to talk about courage, Melanie?
Yeah.
You have none. Because if you did, you'd call out other Christians that do this shit. You'd call out these fucking prosperity gospel motherfuckers. You call out the bad people. You tell them that they're bad. Instead you go after gay people. You go after trans people who are just trying to live their life. And that's it. That's why I cover her, and that's why I will continue to cover her. I'm not obsessed. I don't want to get I don't want all this attention from her fans. I just want her to know.
I hope they hit on me saying burn the Bible.
I just want her to know. I want Nerd Erotic to know.
Yeah.
I want Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, whoever the fuck you want, Eric July, whoever. I want them to know I'm not going to fucking stop.
Old noodle arms.
We're not going to stop.
No.
We're going to take breaks because we need to, because it's boring after a while.
You're fucking humanity as a whole and our society as a whole by continuing these hateful ideas. And most of this shit is none of your fucking business.
Live your life. Tyler?
Yes.
As a straight white man, I could tell you with confidence, and you could probably do the same thing as a straight white man yourself. Gay people, get this. Hold on. Can you do me a little drum roll here? Don't affect me at all.
Well, my friends. Like, I mean, I love my friends, and who are gay. Whether I know they are or not, it doesn't change. Like here's one thing. I knew a guy. I worked with a guy at a British pub back in Denver, and we all we and by I mean like 3 or 4 of us that worked there, and one of the guys that we were was a guy who was gay, and we all kind of knew that this other guy was. Just kind of the way, just his gaydar, my friend's gaydar, whatever, and whatever, just you could kind of tell, and it was like, but we didn't say anything to him. We were just like, hey, kind of maybe trying to nudge him like to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's had that
but
group of.
You can't force
Yeah.
that. That's their that's his decision to come out or not, right?
I've had situations where I've known someone and they've come out and I'm like, well, yeah, I
Here's
could
the
understand
best
that.
part.
I knew
When
that.
he finally came out, dude, we were all just like, dude,
so happy for him.
yes, we
Yeah,
were like,
because
dude,
you're
it
good
is
friends.
so good to know that you know who you are.
Mhm.
It's just that's what real love is, Melanie. That's when you say you love your gay friends, you don't, because you don't love
You're happy for him. You're excited.
I was happy for him to
be
finally-
himself.
yes.
Yes.
You know what that's like? I don't,
Because I got to be myself no matter what.
I'm
'Cause
lucky
society
because
accepted me for
society
who I was.
accepted my sexuality. Yeah, exactly. So we're lucky, right? But
So yeah, that's why we do what we do, baby.
yeah, because dude, there's nothing worse than feeling alone in this world,
Yes.
and except for being attacked for no fucking reason.
For being you, for
Yeah.
being yourself. Tyler.
You fucking glasses wearing, beard having, fucking comic book fan fuck.
I'm gonna
What
rip-
did I do?
I'm gonna rip those earrings out.
Fucking bald
Tyler,
fuck.
do you
Yeah.
have something to share with the class
No,
for long box?
not really. Do I?
If you don't, we can just skip it. I mean, we're already about an hour and a half in. So.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'd say.
Oh, that's what you sound like, Mr. Excuses. Mr. Excuses.
I would say if there is a long box, do you have one?
Yeah.
That's weird because like your mouth isn't moving, but you're still saying it. You're still saying it. Yeah.
We don't have to. We can just skip
Let's
it.
skip it.
'Cause, to be honest, what I was going to talk about, I'm reading the omnibuses, and I haven't finished the first omnibus.
The only thing I would talk about would be like Barry's season finale or series.
I want to talk about
finale.
it next week.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't know if you've read it. Have you read Agent Venom?
No, I've read
Rick
some
Remender
of it.
run?
Space.
That's later. I think that's Cullen Bunn.
I've read some of those. I have some of those.
Rick Remender.
Space.
Is it
Space
Is
Knight
it-
Venom?
Yeah.
I read some of those.
Is it Remender?
I can't remember, but the art is fucking
But no, Rick
amazing.
Remender he wrote the first two omnibuses, and then Cullen Bunn finishes the rest of Flash Thompson's run. Which I'll be honest, I'm reading it now because again, Comixology sponsor me. Even though I'm pretty sure I've said like fuck Amazon before, but yeah, fuck Jeff Bezos.
Fuck Amazon.
Jeffrey Bezos. Anyway, but it's on Comixology Unlimited, so I've been reading that, and I'll be honest, I'm really digging it. And
That's good.
I remember when it came out back in the day, and I wasn't really into it because I was like that, like entitled fan of like, no, Venom. The only Venom I know is Eddie Brock, and I'm not doing it because I got burnt by that fucking Matt Gargan Scorpion Venom thing. With God, I hate. We could do a whole thing about that Dark Reign era of Marvel.
Oh God, yes. I will say.
Gave a great payoff, but man.
Well, no, I will say that the way that they had like the different villains played the heroes was kind of brilliant.
I kind of loved it.
You know what I mean? Like
the
you
fact
have
that Bullseye was Hawkeye, and again Scorpion became Venom.
Was Spider-Man? He was Spider-Man.
Yeah, yeah.
With
And
the
then
black suit.
Then he became Venom. after that.
And who else was it? Moonstone was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn.
Who was Captain America?
Oh, they just made Iron Patriot.
That's right.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was really good.
But anyway, so yeah, I was like kind of against it when it came out, but now I'm reading through it and I really like how they've done Flash.
Oh, Dakin was Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they do Flash Thompson and how this works. Because in this, he doesn't have his legs.
Yeah, he lost him.
And the Venom gives him his legs
Afghanistan,
back,
yep.
and like so, it's like that. Yeah, and it goes really into Flash Thompson, and I understand. Like, if I were a veteran, I think I would connect with that character even more. Because I remember one of the YouTube channels I watched, Comic Story, and he served in the military, and he said Flash Thompson was one of his favorite stories. That version of Venom was one of his favorite stories because he really identify with Flash and being a veteran and having injuries in the military and stuff. Like he didn't lose his legs, but you know, and it's cool to see that character in a different light because I'm always the traditional Spider-Man fan that's always saw Flash as the bully. So then to see him be, because the thing was always funny.
I like a redemption arc.
Well, and it's funny because Flash adores Spider-Man but hates Peter Parker, which has always been funny about that. But there's some cool moments in this. Also, I forgot that there's do you remember Spider Island?
Yes.
With Slots Run? I forget. It was a fun arc, but it was kind of anticlimactic because they're like, oh, really? Eddie Brock saves everybody because Anti-Venom just saves whatever. But the tie into that was kind of cool. But yeah, I've kind of gotten to. I think the reason I might do an essay on this someday, but I think the reason
you're not doing one right now.
No, I would really love to do an in-depth thing, but I don't think you'll.
No,
but what I was getting at is, yeah, I was trying to wrap it up.
I know. I'm sorry. I have a point. I have something to add.
I'm just saying that I think what I've always loved about Venom and the symbiote is just the idea of this sentient suit.
Yes,
and
which is why I like the Exo Man of War comics.
Yes, I love it when there's like an AI or something. There's always something to the suit.
Sanhara.
But yeah.
Okay, so. Remember when the first MCU Spider-Man came out and everybody was bitching because Flash Thompson was
kind of
he was not white.
Oh. My complaints was like, this doesn't really feel like Flash at all, but
whether we want to admit it or not,
but there were people that complain about
we know that there were people who were upset about race swapping, whatever.
I mean, they complained about Zendaya being MJ.
That's the main thing, but he was included in that. Okay, and Ned Jacob Batalon. My thing has always been this. I don't care what nationality or background you get to play the Flash Thompson character. However, are you going to take this kid and send him to on a story arc into Afghanistan where he loses his legs and then do the Agent Venom thing with him?
I mean, you could, but he'd have to bulk up.
And he's short already.
He's not a very athletic.
He's short
build, yeah.
So this is my thing.
I don't think we'll ever see it.
I don't think that you were. I know, but I don't think that they were looking ahead to think that. Like, hey, I have no problem with being more inclusive, but maybe get if you are going to go somebody who's not white, make them bigger so that if Agent Venom comes along.
Hold on.
Real quick, they did do a flip in the original comics and everything. Flash Thompson was a physical bully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they did do a flip in the MCU Spider-Man movies where he's more of an
verbal,
intellectual and verbal and social media bully. So that fits that character. So I'm not mad at those changes. I'm just like, hey, if you guys aren't looking ahead, I don't want him to be Flash Thompson as Agent Venom because I don't think he can pull it off.
I think the only way, and this is doing the Transformers G.I. Joe thing again.
Fuck.
I promise
Back to the fucking beginning.
I promise I won't go into a rabbit hole on this. But
that's all we've been doing this episode.
Sony still has I'm pretty sure would still have the rights to Flash Thompson. If Sony wanted to make their own Agent Venom movie, they could.
They should.
That would
fuck Kraven the Hunter,
dude. You end.
Fuck.
Listen. I don't know how Venom 3 is going to end up, but you end Eddie Brock's arc in Venom 3, and then Venom 4 isn't Venom 4. It's just called Agent Venom because they already call it Project Rebirth in the comic. So why not? And then you could even do the I would love to see Agent Venom as a movie or some sort of storyline with that. It would be really cool. The problem is, and I think this book runs into it a little bit, is the problem. This is a pro wrestling term, but I use it for comics too. Venom's a tweener. Venom is what they call a tweener. So he's not a heel, the bad guy. He's not a face, the good guy. He's in between. He's called a tweener because he's an anti-hero. What normal people call him, but I like calling him a tweener. But I don't know why I said it like that. But that's the problem. So he doesn't really have an established rogues gallery, and it's all like Spider-Man droppings because his one of the main villains he's fighting right now is, in the part that I'm reading is Jack-o'-lantern and Crime Master, I think is his name. Exactly. Who the fuck are these? And that's the problem you run into with Venom is he doesn't.
I know Jack-o'-lantern.
Which I'm wondering how they're going to do Venom 3 because it's like, where do you go after you kill off Carnage? There's not really toxin. Okay, but. What I was originally saying, I've always had an attachment to Venom.
Are they making a Venom 3?
They've started pre-production on it, I think. Or I don't know if they're currently going forward with the strike and stuff, but
what a waste of Scream too. What a waste. You know?
Yeah.
But
I will say I liked that movie for what it was.
Yes. Woody Harrelson killed it.
And I think people are missing the point with Venom. Venom has always been about a look. Okay, Venom has always been a silly, ridiculous character. Go read his books. Some of his like Lethal Protector and shit like that. Read those because you're gonna be like, oh, this is a really silly character.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love it. I'm gonna talk more about Age of Venom because I'm probably gonna read some more right after this. Oh wow, it's late. We are late tonight. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh well, yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up, Tyler. Let's get the music. Get the Oscar music. You know, the one of a kind kind of.
No flip. No
Not
cap.
this. Capitalism got me again. I love it when I'm trying to use the soundboard and then I get a hit with an ab. I love it. Tyler, how you feeling over there?
Go ahead. Keep doing.
Keep riffing. Keep riffing like I'm Peter Griffin. There we go. Wrapping it up. Thanks for the people that watched on our YouTube or listened on this feed to Drawn to DC #1. We just did it. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. This coming Monday, #2, it's going to do Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox because they have Flash movies coming out. We'll say that movie. Go back and watch it because it is a lot more violent than you'd expect for a PG-13. But yeah.
Well, thanks for having me over again, Jake. I'll see you next week on another episode of Off Panel, Off Topic.
You are nothing but garbage. Yeah, nothing but garbage.
You don't like our new wrap?
That was
Off the cuff, man. I mean,
yeah, you could tell. You could tell it was off the cuff.
No, but think about it. It's like remember, you know what when
Cheeky Watiti
just hops into a scene
when Mr. Rogers comes home and he says. He says, "Stop it!" He just comes home for a little bit to hang out and take the kids to Neverland, and then he goes and he leaves again because he's going somewhere else. He's got stuff to do, right? So I'm gonna be like Mr. Rogers coming over to your house.
crack cocaine.
That's what I'm on. Let's get some more.
I got what I paid for.
Yeah, I got a lot. How much did I pay for?
Oh, yeah? You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know what my bill was.
$1 million, bitch.
I'm fucking high. Yes! Off Panel, Off Topic with Jake and Tyler.